Yo, man. First of all, peace and love. You know what I'm saying? And I got a real serious question, man. So what's gonna happen to Brother Polite tomorrow, man? Now, yesterday, and if you're on YouTube, you didn't get this video yet because I haven't put it up yet. But yesterday I made a video about what is game. And I was just trying to lace women's pockets to the fact that they don't know what game is. And it's because of not having no game, which comes from, having grown men around. From not having no game, they are easily victimized by not only just, dirtball men, but even ratchet women. You know what I'm saying? Like Glorilla talking about, be ratchet in your 20s, which doesn't make any sense because that's kind of the starting basis of who you're going to be. So basically, if you're a dirtball in your 20s, nigga, you're probably going to be that same person in your 30s, 40s, and 50s and death. You're never going to get right. You know what I'm saying? It starts real young. So anyway, what is Brother Poor Light going to do tomorrow? Seeing how you can't prolong the court anymore. And my whole thing is this. How are you going to get out of having your DNA, your semen on that girl's clothes? How are you going to get away? How are you going to get out of that? How are you going to get out of that? Oh, they try to set them up. They try to frame them. This is why grown men really push the issue about you women, dating nerds and good dudes. This is why, because it's like not only do y'all end up being victims, but you have your daughters end up as victims. How many countless cases have we heard of the woman's boyfriend who touches her daughter? Okay, B, like there's a reason this type of stuff happens. And you gotta remember what type of Brother Polite is. Candles, wizards, and warlocks. The black woman is God. All this type of science that is bogus, because I tell people all the time, I don't know why we're doing that. I don't know why my people think that they're spiritual people doing the same spiritual tactics that got these people enslaved. That don't make no sense. True spiritual power would be the realization that the slave story is not as accurate as they say. The American Indian thing makes way more sense than what they told. And in the end, nobody has ever traveled that ocean straight across the way that they make it seem. But whatever. That's not what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about right now is how does a dude, supposedly some righteous guy, but was pimping his baby mama, all of his wives are gone. Remember, there was a time he had 4 or 5 wives. Why are they not all there? Why is it just his bottom B still there? Where'd they go? If he was so legit and so good, why are they gone? Or was it always a hustle? Okay, that's where the thing's coming in, because it's like, well, it's not a hustle that he has a court case, unless you're saying that the government and the news and everybody's involved for this little peewee dude outside. I doubt it. So what's going to happen, Mark? And what have we learned? Because there's another one y'all going to make. I can already see it. There's another guy y'all going to put out there as the grand cheesemo of, consciousness. And he's going to be the light. And he's going to be the beacon. And we're just going to go through the same cycle again. And I'm just wondering, what's going to happen tomorrow? Are people going to, what's Sinetta going to do? If Polite ends up getting guilt, because you got to plead guilty to something. You know what I'm saying? You're taking a plea deal. So one of these things you're pleading, You're pleading to getting a minor intoxicated. You're pleading to sexual acts, lewd and lascivious, which is still molestation regardless. It's like, what are you going to do? And what is this going to do for this whole community, period? What is it going to be stating? Like, all of that science was given to them by the government to destroy the community and molest the children. It's starting to seem like it. If we're saying all that Pan-African, Black Power, mystic science stuff is a part of the government. Okay, the whole Epstein, they have the whole list. They haven't named any of their celebrity friends for some reason. For some reason, everybody went the Biden route, but that's the dirtiest route to go, and it's connected to all the other previous dirt. You notice how we have all the evidence, but nobody's saying anything? Okay, well, that's the same thing with this community. Sa Neter does have the clout. He does have the place for, you know, the information to get out. That's true. But he's a dirtbag. That's the point that I'm trying to say. But he's a dirtbag. And he knew Polite was dirty. The whole story is fugazi. Him being in Florida when the shit happened, but supposedly he's just there to pick up, some money. But at the same time, he says he heard the song from Polite in the club. He's saying Polite took him to the club to listen to the song. So he's seen everybody in the club. They like the song, whoop-de-whoop. But then in a different tape, he tells you, nah, I just went down there to pick up some money. I never kicked it with Polite. We never hung out. But then in another tape, you're saying you were at the club with the nigga listening to his new song. See, this is all about the kids. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the women too, because, you know, women always saying, protect us, look out for us. And it's like, yeah, you're right, we should. But, nigga, I can only explain the rules so many times. You know what I'm saying? I can only tell you, yo, that's a dead end so many times. Until, nigga, I'm not going to tell you anymore. You're just going to run into the dead end. It's all on you. It is what it is. It's like, that's how life works. The general, you go through basic training so that way when you're actually in the war, you have these fundamental practices so that you don't have to keep going through training. You'll understand, you know what I'm saying? That's why we throw the grenade next to them, let them get the effects, what it's going to do to your ears, you know what I'm saying? What your body going to act like. That way, when you're in the war, you don't flip out. Like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. It's like, you won't have them problems. I put you through boot camp. I put you through this already. You know what I'm saying? I got you sitting in this bunker with this gas and shit. And it's like, you're sneezing and you're throwing up and your eyes is bleeding. But it don't matter. You're trained. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You're right now. So when you get out into the real war, you won't. It'll be nothing. It'll be nothing to you. That's what we're doing with the daughters. You know what I'm saying? Because you grown women, it is what it is. Y'all don't get that the system is a game and that all this shit is a game and it's status and it's like they're basically running off your emotions. It really has nothing to do with, oh, do you work a job or not? No, it's your emotions. They keep you emotionally spellbound into what they have told you. And as long as you're trying to be popular and you're going with the crowd who grandma told you if they run off a cliff, you're going to run with them. Because like if they jump off a bridge, you're going to run with them. Most of you are. Y'all say that, you not. You say it out your mouth, but, you know, actions speak louder than words. It's like most of y'all are jumping off the bridge. Most of y'all are, you know, like how long can you say the same thing? How long can you say, oh, it's just, you know, it's just music. People just want to dance. Okay, well, why is the song referring to dancing and having a good time? Why is it referring to killing people and gyrating and lying and using people and money? Money is a part of the system. That's part of fucking, you know, the 9 to 5. Why the hell would you even want a song associated with money? You're supposed to be separating yourself from the world that you know. I say that to say this. What the hell is Brother Poor Light going to do tomorrow? There's nothing he can plead to that is going to get him off the hook that, nigga, you've been touching the little girls. It's like, nigga, you're not going to be able to get out of that. So what are you going to plead to? Lascivious acts, brandishing alcohol in the company of a minor, molestation, rape. These are the only choices he has. Like, that's the crazy thing. And it's a plea deal. We know it's a plea deal for a fact. So it's like, bro, what are you pleading to? Oh, well, that don't mean the knowledge ain't real. Of course it does. It means the knowledge is fake as fuck. What are you talking about? All that stuff is fake. There wouldn't be stories of people saying Bobby Hemmett was on some like homosexual stuff, regardless if you don't believe it. They're not. It's not going to be there if it wasn't there. All right, same thing for Brother Panic. Okay, we heard Nature Boy say he allowed his little son to play with his wiener. So we heard it, and we know he was in the gay porn. So it is what it is. All right, Rashid Jamal, you got a child abuse case. Young Pharaoh, you shooting at your baby mama while your child's there. You shooting bullet holes all in the garage, everything. Dr. York, it's like, what do you guys want? Like, what do you want? I'm just going with the facts. I'm just going with what's already there. I'm not because some people put it out there like, oh, you just a hater. The fuck am I hating on? Why am I hating on a bunch of rented cars, a bunch of outfits I wouldn't buy, and a bunch of females that I don't want to sleep with? Polite didn't have a bunch of women that I was just so tired to meet. Like, the conscious community period doesn't have a host of, drop dead gorgeous women you just want to sleep with. No, not really. So that can't be my MO. You know what I'm saying? Maybe for some of y'all, maybe y'all want, the life of Polite, but I'm not really tripping. I was just kind of young-minded, you know what I'm saying? And from like 2010 to like 2017, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of young-minded, kind of naive, really believed in this hocus pocus bullshit. Like, they had the nerve to tell me the white dudes hocus pocus was fake, but they hocus pocus was real. And then I had to realize if they both hocus pocus, it's fake in the motherfucker because they both on the chessboard and they both part of this game. Now, what is he gonna do? What's he gonna do? What is Brother Polite gonna do? What is he gonna plead to? And are y'all gonna let this shit weasel through? Because you have to look at the connections. Who brought him to us? Sinetta. Sinetta is the one who brought him. So Sinetta has a story about Nikki. Everybody knows about that, whereas supposedly he was 30 something and she was like 15, 14, something like that. I mean, he says it's not true, but this story is going to kind of confirm it more. So what's going to happen? What do you think he's going to plead to? Somebody said lascivious acts. He's probably going to go for that one. But you're still involved with an underage drunk. Your semen's on this person. Your DNA is on this person. You try to say that you threw the dirty clothes, or it was her mother's dirty clothes that was thrown in a hamper. Why the hell is her mom's clothes intertwined with hers? That don't even make any sense. Mom's a grown-ass woman. This is a teenage girl. Why would they be sharing the same hamper? That don't even make sense. So the question becomes, are we about protecting the people? Or is it about feel-good music? Is it about something that just sounds good? Is that what you want? That's what you want. You just want it to sound good. You gotta remember, 13%. We haven't grown. We haven't went anywhere. They literally are saying they don't even want rap no more. That's like the new word on the street. with the music industry. They don't even want hip hop no more. They want some reggaeton or some Rasta music. I ain't trying to say I got the yellow brick road. I'm just saying, damn, we let this shit run around long enough. And once it comes out that he takes the plea, it's like, damn, that's Rashid Jamal. That's Brother Polite. That's Nature Boy. Everybody already know we didn't officially, say Young Pharaoh's dope head. Like, there's something wrong with that boy. He's doing dope something. Tomorrow we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. I'm just letting people know, man, all that big talk, that's why nobody's learning anything. That's why everybody's still on the same, it's white people doing it. And it's like, well, bro, if that's the game, though, if the game is for you to always play the victim and for them to always play the boogeyman, and in the middle of that, we can steal your money and give you some fake spiritual system where it's like you're not even going to be using it. It's not going to apply. And then on the low, we're going to be secretly, having our way with the children. And then if you go to Hollywood and get away from that, they're secretly having their way with the children. And all the children are turning out to be transvestites, gays, and lesbians, and suicidal, and drug addicts. It could be because we're going the wrong way. That's all I'm saying. So I hope that this case, what you say, put the nail in the coffin. Put the nail in the coffin when it comes to certain situations where it's like, bro, this stuff can't help us because it didn't help the people who had it. The people who they're talking about had all this science, they were enslaved. And then when it comes to Egypt, your story's from West Africa. So it's like the more you talk about Egypt, the more it shows you're ashamed of where you came from. You didn't come from Egypt. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It's whatever. All I'm saying is, yo, I hope he gets the book thrown at his monkey ass. I hope it goes the way that it's supposed to go, because it's like, yo, if you notice in the story, you had to not manipulate, but you had to weaken the child. You know what I'm saying? You had to get the child drunk, or high or on some type of substance. You know what I'm saying? It's like they were impaired. Let's say it like that. You played the game dirty. You cheated. And the same thing goes for people that, get into car accidents drunk and, do stupid stuff when they're high on drugs. It's like you're impairing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You are impairing yourself. So it's like you're not fully to blame, but you are to blame. But it's like, well, maybe you'd have made better decisions if you weren't impaired. Okay, same thing goes for the little girl. It's like, nigga, you had to drug her up. You had to get her drunk. You had to get her high to even pull this shit off. And it's like for her to wake up with her lips swollen, you know what I'm saying? Your lips swollen. There's semen all around your shirt. It's like, bro. And I'm supposed to think, oh, nah, they just trying to stop this great guru of information, this great master teacher. And it's like, bro, no, he's not. It's fucking, none of these niggas are great master teachers. There ain't no fucking master teachers nowadays. Get the fuck out of it. There's good people and there's bad people. And bad people use good things to manipulate people. They do. This is not that the hustler, spiritual hustler outside in the streets is no different than the reverend hustler. That doesn't mean that all people in the streets are hustling people, and that doesn't mean all reverends in the church are hustling people. But there are on both sides the same hustling. Everybody knows that, the dude outside is probably going to tell you some stuff like to rebel against a system without a system. So they're going to want you to want to live off the land and all this shit, but you don't even have any morals or structure or order. You know what I mean? So you probably wouldn't even be passing out the food equally, the work equally. You know, there's not going to be a real base behind what you're doing. You're just free to roam the land and do whatever you want. But it's never been like that. So that's flawed. On the other side, you have people talking about, you're going somewhere that they cannot verify because they've never been there. You know what I mean? And they're reading information to you while you're alive, while your heart's beating. You're reading something, which is information, which is inquired to humans to, do things. And then from there, we create crafts and arts and skills and all this different stuff. But that's not what the church is doing. The church doesn't teach people how, the Hebrews were market people. They were barterers, merchants even. They've always been into trade and business. If you notice, the congregation ain't got no business. You know what I'm saying? All churches should have a business. They should have some type of economics working because that's really what it's about. But I say that to say this. Brother Polite had 4 wives. Now he only has 1. Where did those women go? Why are they not there now? Did he maybe do some funny stuff with their kids? Because a lot of them had kids previous before getting with him. And then we all know that they weren't legally married, so it's not like they could get any alimony or anything off of him. So that's probably why they just skedaddled. But what did this information do? What did his information help? What did it help? He had some real estate that never went down. He had that one video where he was at some construction site that never went anywhere. The guy Crypto. The guy Crypto was robbed for like $100,000 from Polite. Polite damn near robbed this nigga for $100,000. He had some money that he had inherited from, I think, his dad. I think it was like $100,000. Polite robbed him for all that. Oh yeah, just another $10,000. Just in 6 short weeks, you'll be just another $5,000, and in 6 short weeks, you're just another $10,000. That dude Crypto ended up killing himself. You lost all your dad's money. You probably realize what I'm telling you guys right now. This dude's a joke. He's a con artist. And since you were broke and you couldn't, save face and hold your head up high, you end up snuffing yourself. Now, that's not funny. That's not cool. It's actually really sad. But what I'm saying is how many people have snuffed themselves up? The case on Rashad Jamal, the touching of the child, is supposedly one of his own children. So for the one baby mama to be like, yeah, the dude is a real dirtbag, lock him up. And for the other baby mama to be defending him, that speaks volumes. That's like, wow. Shorty, you so lost that you are willing to let your child get tampered with, all to save, this man right here who actually did it. The other baby mama was telling you that. Because she was with him before you, and she's like, well, he has some, maybe he's had more than one altercation. Remember, we didn't know about the Charlie Sheen weirdo stuff until his baby mama says it. Until his ex-wife, Denise Richardson, she had to say something. She's like, yeah, I've caught him watching little boy, kiddie porn. Okay, so then when it came out that he had AIDS and he's giving it to these porn stars, it's like, well, hold up. How did he get the AIDS? Bruh, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you all the time. All I do know is Polite was kicking it with them small hats. And then right after that, all of a sudden he has this altercation happen where he's touching, underages. And it's like, well, and they Talmud, it is okay to marry 3-year-olds. So it's like, I don't. But remember, this Hollywood. This is the thing that everybody liked. You know how weird it felt when I found out that Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor had a sexual relationship? I was lost. You know how lost I was when I heard him talk about what him and his dad had talked about? Bruh, it's weird. Like, and we can all see Paul Mooney is fruited in a bowl of Fruit Loops. Everybody can see that. So it's like, well, how is they best friends? I like telling these connections. I like doing that. Because the hip hop game is connected with Dr. York. They were promoting him. There's a lot of people that like free Dr. York. How you gonna try to free a child molester? And what knowledge did y'all get from this nigga? He's supposed to be an alien. You know what I'm saying? He's Dr. York, the one who taught Brother Polite. He's supposed to be an alien. Okay. I'm not I'm a fan of Tupac the artist. I'm not a fan of Tupac the agent. But it's like the agent did say something very interesting when he's like, yo, I remember when I was locked up and the 5%ers came at me and they're like, yo, you're God and all this stuff. And he's like, okay, well, if you're God, then pop the lock. Open the gate and let me walk out of here since you're God. Since you got all this power, open the gate. Oh, no, I don't mean like, okay then. So you faking the funk. Okay, same thing goes for Dr. York. If you're an alien, why haven't they abducted you yet? Why are you just sitting there rotting away? Why are you getting old? Mr. Alien, why are you aging? You should be aging way different than us. Brother Polite, big baller, off the knowledge. I wrote 90 books. Copy and paste. Cut and paste. That's what them books is. Them books is basically somebody else's teeth. I'll say it like this. Brother Polite ain't me. Brother Polite ain't put together, the story of dust and ribs and connect it with modern scientists telling you how you're carbon-based and you're created from matter, which is stardust. He didn't do that. I did that. He didn't do that. Why? Because I keep telling y'all, these people don't have no real information. They are charlatans and scammers. That's why they're here. They're not here to enlighten you. They're here to tell you the same garbage over and over. So y'all keep arguing with each other forever and never get anywhere. But if you remember the video from yesterday, that's why the women always get played. That is why they're getting played. I don't see a problem with polyamorous. Why? Because women are going to have more penis on their track record anyway. That's why. See, most people will think like some Greek and be like, oh, it's supposed to be one-on-one. No. If she's already going to have a track record of 5 men or 10 men or 20 men anyway, then it should be 20 women to one guy. Why would you say that? Because it's already happening. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like there wouldn't be so much rape and arguments and cloudedness. It wouldn't be going on. And I'm only talking about the people that wanted to participate in that. That's still a choice. It doesn't mean that should be law. But I don't see that I don't think there should be a problem with it. No. If 5 women are going to have 5 kids or a kid each by the same guy, and that's happening all the time, well, then shit, okay, you guys should all like group together. It should be like a family business. That way you guys could, prosper more instead of doing it separate. And some of y'all on welfare, and some of y'all ain't. Some of y'all ain't got a babysitter. Some of y'all do. It's like, I just think it would be wiser if you guys just collaborated. But I also think it would be better if people knew that forefront instead of, just making relationships not work and then that happens anyway. It should just be upfront. And since a lot of you just want to party all the time and don't want to take anything serious, okay, well then you should seriously get one person that, 4 of y'all connect with. And I don't see why women wouldn't agree with this anyway. Y'all love hanging with your homegirls, popping bottles all night. All right, y'all probably secretly licking on each other anyway on the low, just not telling nobody. So it's like, all right, well, why don't you guys just be in a relationship with one guy? Like, why do you want multiple guys? You don't need multiple guys. You don't need multiple different DNA in your body. You don't. Like, I know it's weird. But it's like, that would be the wisest thing to do. The homeboy Freshest in the club on YouTube says, because I'm on both. I'm on Facebook and YouTube right now. He says that's too productive, bro, which equals boring. Okay, the problem with that is life is boring. Like, what people don't get is what we think is excitement is all predicated to the state of mind of a person anyway. You know what I'm saying? Bowling is super exciting to some people. It's boring as hell to others. Basketball is super exciting to some people. It's boring as hell to others. It's like, so, you know, the dopamines in your brain, like, I was just listening to a doctor earlier, and he's like, we don't even really know how these are generated because they're coming off so many different forms of reality. You know, some people are really excited about the soap operas. Some people hate that crap. Okay, some people are really excited about NASCAR. Some people can't stand that crap. Okay, so it's like the dopamines are going to be off the host. It's all on you. Hence why people are so into, you know, underground science, or what we're calling, you know, discovering information and stuff like that. That's why, because they think they're learning something, which they are. It's just outside of the, it's outside of the public school programming. But the issue comes in when you're dealing with spooky talk. All the ancient people used pictographic, you know, depictions, but at the same time, their stories are all allegory. You know damn well, like, I'll give you the giant. I'll give you the giant, and I'll give you extinct beasts. I'll give you that. But as far as like Nephilims and Ophilims and demons and all that, no. Those were pictographic expressions of what people look at as negative. You know what I'm saying? How you view a negative person. You know, a wicked grin. It's like, okay, we turn that into a monster, a golem. It's like, that's all right. But even the Hebrew will tell you, they create the golem. You know what I'm saying? They take the wax clay and then they create the golem, and then there's some abracadabra spell, and then the golem comes to life. But what is he saying? This is allegory. If you give a person that wasn't your friend anyway a bunch of stuff from you, they're going to assume that they can just take what they want from you. You're creating a monster. Okay, if you don't set boundaries in a relationship and you let a person put their hands on you, okay, you are creating a monster. You are creating a golem. I'll get into in my other video when I talk about universal law. I really break it down on why, you know, information is key. It's not about you praying all day, and it's about information. It's about how you play in the game of life. How do you move? You know, some people just want riches. Most rich people have no morally value. They don't. They might have some family value, but usually they're not the wisest, grandest person to talk to. No, the Buddhas and the monks and shit, did they ever have a Ferrari? No, but they're so wise. Why? Because it's immaterial. You're not worried about material. Material is just something here. We're just using it, but it really has nothing to do with the essence of life. All right, Vince. Hey, bro. Good seeing you, man. You know what I'm saying? Work hard and stuff, man. I get the Wednesdays off, man. So, you know, I'm out here chilling, just dropping some information. That's all. What are they doing now except sounding like stray cats on Facebook? It's exciting at the Flash. Oh, yeah, I feel you, bro. I like this last point you're making, though. You're like, that's deep. You know, so the magicians just personified everything it means to be human. There's already a game there. When you come to Earth, the Earth is already made. The game's already there. The lust of your lower half, you know, sex, power, greed, fame, you know what I'm saying? 7 deadly sins. All that's already there. But somebody had to, you know what I'm saying, in order for society to function, because like I can keep telling you, there's nothing but morality that's stopping you from doing wrong, from stealing from people, from, you know, hitting people over the head, from taking advantage of people. It's like, that's all that's there. Okay, well, without morality, there is no society. There's no civilization. Nobody's civilized here. Sounds like somewhere you guys know, called the ghetto. Okay. Who are the ones being demonized the most? Where are these black girls disappearing from? See, if you want to get into the real about this, they're going to talk about the black woman's not protected. They're going to talk about, you know, black men are being killed by the police. They're going to talk about the criminal justice system. They're going to talk about all this outside stuff that we are vulnerable to because we don't have our house secure. We don't have our neighborhood secure. We don't even have neighborhoods. We just have areas where black people live in, but there's no community there. There's no community there. There's areas where black people are at, but there's no community there. You don't have your own fire department where, you know, it's black firefighters. You don't have your own police precinct. It's black police officers. It's like, but you're making it like that. They keep talking about they're hiring foreigners to live, work in our neighborhood. That's not true. You're not inquiring these type of works. When was the last time you seen black people wanting to own a gas station or proud to work at the gas station? You know, you got to make sure the coffee is hot. It's not just gas you're serving. It's like, you got to have all your stuff together. So I say that to say this. The only reason that these pedophiles and charlatans are able to sneak in the community is because the community doesn't have a set of standards. It doesn't have a set of rules. It's just everybody's going on the spook god. And it's like, y'all got too many religions to even think that that's true. It doesn't make any sense. There's only one God. Come down to the Methodist, Protestant, Catholic, Pentecostal, Baptist, Christian church. There's only one God. Even the white dude's playing you with that right in your face. He lets you give it a bunch of different names, but there's only one. Well, if that's why, then why is everybody split up? Because you're not getting the hustle, you're not getting the game. The light won't be the last one. Give about 3 months, it'll be a whole nother child molesting charlatan. It don't just start and stop with the Catholics. It's a demon game that they play. You have to destroy the next generation. That's what the demons love the most. You guys think that they want you adults. That's why it's so funny that grown people are like, I'm going to heaven. Motherfucker, you passed the age of 10. The fuck are you doing talking about heaven? You're supposed to be making the kingdom come on earth. That's for children. We teach children stuff like that. Once they get to a certain age, you let them know, no, the choice is yours. The world is in your hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Yes, we understand the point of that. But no, the world is in your hands. And instead of worrying about the animals, you guys need to worry about the animal nature of humans. Oh, he's trying to save the trees, the bumblebees. Why don't y'all just talk to each other decent? Why don't y'all just be civilized human beings? Why y'all got so much ego? Why can't y'all learn something? Oh, it's the system, they're against us. So the system is against you, but you trust everything they teach you for free in they program schools. Okay. Well, let's get out of those schools. Let's deal with the essence of God, and the white man did this, and the white man's evil, but they ain't even telling you this is just Western school programming. That's all. White man has terrible stories in his past. What the heck is wrong with you? It's not just you. And your story is not even that bad. Like, your story is like a big lie. Like, most of the stuff they claim have you didn't really even have you. It's a lot of TV, smoke and mirrors, propaganda. You know, the first person to illustrate the minstrel show and put you out as a dummy and a fool was a Jew. And this dude doubled back and came all the way back with blaxploitation, the music industry. But remember, y'all the true Hebrews. So y'all put yourselves in these spells. So I keep telling people, yo, y'all better learn that book is allegory. You better learn how to use that book. Stop putting yourself in the book as the characters and put yourself in the book for the information. That's it. But I digress. What's going to happen to Polite tomorrow? Did he take that deal and thought he was, unstoppable, untouchable? Or is it the ritual that they all have to go through? And they just don't publicize Woody Allen and Epstein and Winehouse and all that stuff. You let me know.